Hello, everyone, and welcome to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I am your host this evening, Logan Landers, and today I'm doing a game preview between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints in Week 18. Yes, you heard that right, Week 18 of the NFL. The Saints right now are currently 8-8, and the Atlanta Falcons are 7-9. Falcons looking to play spoiler, and the Saints, you got to win, and you get hopefully a chance in the playoffs for the wild card this year. More on that in just a second. Be sure if you enjoy this video to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live each and every week on Facebook and YouTube. Please go check out the podcast as well. Amazing episodes. Over 600 are now available for you to listen to. Game previews, legends interviews, recruiting specials, draft prospects, history specials, anything, everything football related I can think of. It's on there. And with over 600 episodes, at least just for the podcast, and many, many more on Facebook and YouTube, there's always something for you to watch. I can guarantee we covered your team, your favorite player, and if not, it's in the works. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support. All right. So if you're a fan, if you're a fan of either of these teams, you know this is a good old fashioned rivalry, right? The Falcons hate the Saints, and the Saints hate the Falcons. Usually, you'd love for both these teams to be a little bit higher up in the standings, but it is what it is. They're still going to be bringing it this upcoming Sunday. Talking about the Falcons, man, 7-9 under Coach Smith, the brand new coach, had a lot of new young faces in here this year. I think they've done quite well. It would be great for them to win this game here and finish the year one game under 500. They've already improved a lot, and they have a lot of good players. Matt Ryan, of course, the veteran, longtime quarterback, thrown for over 3,500 yards this year. He's sitting at 3,752. He has a total of 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and 37 sacks with a 67.4% completion percentage. So you can see the turnovers are a little bit more this year. The sacks are definitely up, but he's still able to throw the ball for about 7.1 in the air per average, and he's got a good completion percentage. Plus, he's been healthy the entire year. He's played every single game. So that's always good to have. He's played this game many times, and it's just another chapter against the Saints. The running game, you got Cordero Patterson and Mike Davis. I mean, I would say a dynamic duo. Together, they've ran the ball for over 1,000 yards combined, so not too bad. Patterson has about 4 yards per average. Davis about 3.5. In terms of touchdown, Patterson has 3 rushing. Patterson has 6. Davis has 3, so 9 together. We know the rushing game isn't the big factor for the Falcons. It's more the passing game, and the running game's just kind of there to, move the sticks a little bit and just kind of throw the defense off guard. But the real key is the receiving core. Kyle Pitts, their top, I think 4th in the 2021 draft is when he was selected out of Florida. He has been worth every penny and has proven that he is a solid tight end in just his rookie season. 66 catches, 1,018 yards, 15.4 average per catch, 1 touchdown a year for the young man. But he's already been breaking records, and for the Falcons, for rookies, and it's great to see. He's getting targeted more and more. He leads the team in catches and in yardage. So you got to hope that this is a sign of things to come for Kyle Pitts and company. Russell Gage right there behind him with 57 catches, 644 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cordero Patterson, like I mentioned, he could do everything. 51 catches, 547 yards, and 5 touchdowns, which leads the team. Kyle Ridley hasn't played in a while. Hopefully he can come back next season better than ever. Hopefully he's getting stuff taken care of personally. But so far, the receiving core, it's been pretty solid so far, even with, like I mentioned, with Ridley kind of hasn't played in quite a long time. The receiving core looks good. Tajay Sharp, Hayden Hurst, Kyle Pitts, Russell Gage, Patterson, Zacchaeus. So all of these guys are good pieces. Definitely some room to improve upon, of course, in the offseason. But so far, they're looking pretty good. The defense, the big room for improvement. Let's not be honest. Let's be real here. The defense has its bright spots, right? They've got some good guys. A.J. Terrell, probably a lot of people say the biggest snub in the Pro Bowl, who didn't get in. He's been a lockdown corner this whole year. Eric Harris coming along nicely. Grady Jarrett is still doing his thing. Foyesade Olakun, a really nice surprise. 179 tackles this year for the young man, leads the NFL. Deion Jones right behind him with 131. Now, look, you might say it's nice for someone to lead the league in tackles, but that just means that they're getting through the defensive line a little bit too much for the liking. But I mean, they're both doing good with Jones and Olakun. Terrell's doing great. Harris has really stepped up. But I think the big key, and I think everyone else who watches the Falcons can agree, they have zero. They have zero pass rush, guys. There's not much going on. Dante Fowler Jr. leaves the team. Yes, leaves the team in Week 18 with 4.5 sacks. And so 17 going into 18 weeks of football, they only have 17 total sacks on the year. There's going to be a lot of guys getting moved this offseason. There's going to be some guys getting drafted, some new guys on the defensive line. Definitely, I think a lot of Falcons fans out there can agree, the biggest weakness for this Falcons team. Yeah, you can look at the running game. You can look at maybe the secondary sometimes. But for me, it is definitely the pass rush or lack thereof. You got to do something better. And I would say, you got to do something big this game, but they just haven't done it all season. So I can't really trust the Falcons to pull it out in the last week of the year. They do have probably one of the best kickers in the league, though, with Younghoe Koo. He's done really, really well. 25-27 for field goals. And he's been really good, perfect on extra points. So it is helpful that you have probably a top 5 kicker in the NFL on your team. All right, now let's go over to the New Orleans Saints and what I think they can do to get a victory this upcoming week. All right, so here we are here. We have the Saints, and what a year, right? What a year the Saints have had. So, man, let me just say that the Saints, it's been crazy, right? They've had Jameis Winston at quarterback, Trevor Siemian, Taysom Hill, Ian Book. It's been a whirlwind. There's been a lot of injuries, and somehow they are still 8-8 on the year, still trying to get into the playoffs and hoping they can get some work in. So it's looking like for this week, they're going to have Taysom Hill as their quarterback once again. For the year, like I said, these stats aren't too impressive because he has been hurt for a few games. 871 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 5 picks, sacked 9 times. So, and only a 56% completion percentage. So we know that the passing game for the Saints ain't there this year. There's just too many injuries, and it definitely needs some work. But their big key that kind of keeps them alive is their running attack. Alvin Kamara, of course, played in only 12 games this year. Under 1,000 yards he's going to finish with. 4 touchdowns on the season for him. Taysom Hill has 1 more touchdown. He's got 5 and 356 yards. So, I mean, the running game, not the greatest either, but it is keeping them in ball games. They got they've done some good work. The receiving core doing pretty decent. Marquez Callaway leading the team in yards with 698, and also leading the team in catches with 46. He has 6 touchdowns on the year. Alvin Kamara has 5 touchdowns out of the backfield, 423 yards with 45 catches. Also, you have Traquan Smith. You have Deontay Harris, some guys to look out for. So they have a few good pieces over there as well. But their big key is getting them in these ball games and keeping them getting victories is their defense. They got the Mario Davis leads team with 100 tackles even on the year. Cam Jordan, who won the Week 17 Defensive Player of the Year, he's got 11.5 sacks on the year. Quan Alexander, 3.5. Marcus Davenport with 7.5 sacks for him. Malcolm Jenkins, the safety, has 77 tackles for him. Marcus Williams has 72. And you got guys, Marshawn Lattimore leads the team when I think something's very impressive. 19 passes defended. He's got 3 interceptions as well for him, tied with P.J. Williams for the most interceptions on the team. So I think overall you're looking at 2 teams who are, it's not going to be pretty, okay? It's going to be a pretty game. You got the Falcons, whose offense is hit or miss. Their defense, at times it looks sharp, but at other times it looks like it definitely used some improvement. There's no pass rush to really even speak of. As for the Saints, not the best offensive attack, but you do have a solid defense. So I think overall in this one, it's going to be kind of a toss-up, right? There's no real, for me, I don't think there's a clear favorite. I mean, these records are pretty even. They're not the exact same, but they're pretty close. We have a comment here from saying here, it says, why have we missed on drafting O-linemen? Alabama has a lot good line on both sides of the bar and well coached. I mean, I think, if you're talking about the Falcons, then there's definitely some pieces they can go for in the 2022 draft. For the Saints, I mean, kind of same boat, right? So I think overall the Falcons, they do need to get some O-line help, but I think they need some D-line help a little bit more. Because I know Matt Ryan, he got too much more left in him, but I think he's okay. They're going to need some help on the O-line for sure, but I think the defensive line is a little bit more needed at this moment. Thanks for your comment, by the way. So I think overall, just my final prediction for this one, I got to be in kind of low scoring. I'm going to go with the Saints pulling it out in this one. I just think their offense is going to, it's the last game of the season. You're on the road. The Falcons have only won one game at home this year, so not the best track record. I think the Saints are going to pull it out in a close one, 17-14. Like I said, this is a toss-up to go either way. I just think the Saints have a better defense. They'll get to Matt Ryan more. They'll get some interceptions, get some turnovers, and I think Cam Jordan's going to have another really good day. So I think I'm going with the Saints 17-14, a close battle. I just think the defense is a little bit better for the Saints. Their offense is pretty much even. I would say I'd give the slight edge to the Falcons just because I got Kyle Pitts. But I'm going to go with the Saints getting the win in this one, in a close one. And they'll need a little bit of help from the Niners to get into the playoffs. But you got to win and you're in. So I think also that added drive of you need to win is also going to give them the slight nod in this one. So if you guys have enjoyed this video here tonight, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live each and every week on Facebook and YouTube. Please also, if you haven't done so already, go and check out the podcast. We have a ton of amazing live content for you all. I'm talking about Legends interviews, history specials, amazing draft prospects, recruiting specials, anything and everything football that you can find over at the podcast at 100 Football. With over 600 episodes, there's got to be something that you like. And if not, then I'm sure we got something up in the works in the near future. I've been your host, Logan Landers. Guys, have a safe week, and I will talk to you again on another video in just a little bit. We'll see you then.